What is the answer to the following? Write a 2-digit number which is equal to twice the product of the digits that make up the number. Now this is probably one of the most ridiculous questions I've ever seen for a primary school grade. It's ridiculous because what they're saying is, think of a 2-digit number. Let's say for instance we think of 24. What they're saying is that number 24 should be equal to 2 times the product of the 2 and the 4. So 2 times 4, which will give you 2 times 8, which is 16. But there's no way that 24 is equal to 16. So obviously the 2-digit number that they're referring to is not 24. So let's think of something else. Let's try a big number. What about the biggest possible number that we've got? 99. Biggest 2-digit number that we have. Now if we multiply 2 with the product of 9 and 9, we will get 2 times 9 times 9 is 81, and 2 times 81 is equal to 162. Now there's no way that even that number, which is an odd number, can be equal to that number which is an even number, just looking at the very last digit. So already we know that we will not work with any of the odd numbers on the left hand side. The 2-digit number that they are referring to cannot be an odd number, purely because on the right hand side that means we are multiplying by 2, and that immediately, any number multiplied by 2 immediately produces an even number. So we're not even going to consider the odd numbers as the 2-digit number, because an odd number can never be equal to an even number. But the problem is you need to sit there and literally start with the very first 2-digit number that you've got, which will be 10. And then say, is 10 equal to 2 times 1 times 0? No, it won't be. The next 2-digit number that we will work with will be 12. Remember, we won't be working with any of the odd numbers. So the next one will be 12. So is 12 equal to 2 times by 1 times 2? No, it's not. So already at least we know we won't be working with 10 or 20 or 30 or any number containing a 0 in the end, because that will just make a 0 there. If you multiply the digits, the product of the digits that they are referring to means multiplying, and anything multiplied by 0 is just going to be 0 anyway, so there's no chance of that being equal to the 2-digit number. But we still have a lot of numbers to work with. We've got 12, we've got 14, we've got 16, we've got 18, 20 won't work, but what about 22, 24, and so forth, and all the way up to 98. And you literally have to sit there and test each one of them and say, is this equal to 2 times by 1 times 4? Is that equal to 2 times by 1 times 6? And so forth and so forth. And that's why I'm saying it's ridiculous. This question in principle is ridiculous because you literally have to sit there and guess. They have not given us enough information to just zoom in on the answer. You need to sit there and work through all of them. So there is a bit of a problem in this approach. What I can tell you is that in order to find this answer, you would have had to get another piece of information. What they would have had to tell you is that the 2-digit number that we are working with will have the number in the units column 2 times the number in the tens column. Now, this is something that they didn't tell, so you don't need to worry about this too much, but it's just going to help us to zoom in a little bit more. What they're saying is that the number in the tens column, now in the tens column we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 in the tens column, and we have to get the number then on the right hand side, because that is now the tens column. The number in the units column needs to be twice as big. So in other words, the number in the units column for 1 will be 2, so we would be looking at 12. The number for 2 would be 4, so we would be looking at 24. The number for 3 would be 6, twice as big, so that will be 36. The number for 4 will be 8, so we'd be looking at 48. But once we get to 5, the next number twice as big as 5, will be 10 anyway. You can't have 10 in the units column. So any number bigger than 5, we won't consider either. So now we are left with a choice. It's either 12, 24, 36, or 48 that we need to test. At least now it's a lot better, because now we can only zoom in on one of 4 possible attempts. So let's test 12. is this equal to 2 times 1 times 2? So 2 times 1 times 2 is 4. That is not equal to 12. 24, is that equal to 2 times by 2 times 4? So 2 times 2 times 4 is 2 times 8 is equal to 16. It's not equal to 24. What about 36? Is that equal to 2 times by 3 times by 6? 2 times 3 times 6 is 2 times 18 is actually equal to 36. And we have found the 2-digit number that the question was referring to. 36, let's just rewrite this out. 36 is a 2-digit number. And it is equal to 2 times or twice the product of the digits. So 3 times 6 is the product of the digits, and that will give us 18. And 2 times or twice the product, 2 times 18, is equal to 36. So the 2-digit number 36 is equal to 2 times the product of the digits. And that is the answer to this question.